Hello. Welcome once again to Ask Mr. Biggs. Hello, Mr. Biggs. How are you?
How you doing, Roger?
Fine. Just fine today.
You're looking very good. I mean, compared to last time. This time you look much better. I mean, last time with, you were a little pale.
I don't recall what
Could have used maybe a cream rinse in your hair. Your hair was a little bit flyaway.
I think I'd had a little stomach upset the night before.
Yeah, I was going to mention it then, but I was so distracted with your slovenly appearance that I opted not to. But you're looking good today, though.
Thank you very much. Mondo says our first call is standing by. Caller, hello. What's on your mind today?
The reason I'm calling is, first off...
What is that? You hear that, Roger? Wait. Hold on. What is that sound? Honey, are you calling us from a cell phone?
No, I'm on a landline.
Landline, huh?
2 trees with a telephone pole, because recently the paramedics had to haul me out of here because of an injury, and the fire department ripped out my phone line.
But they fixed it, right?
Temporarily between 2 trees and the phone line.
Okay.
The phone pole.
How long of a run is your line?
My cord is about...
Because we're getting a little interference.
It's a regular spiral cord that comes off your phone.
No. I'm talking how long is your residential line from the pole to your junction box? Never mind. It doesn't matter. So why'd you call? What's up?
I've got a cross beam between the 2 rooms of my house. I only got a 2-room house that is cracked and sagging.
Yeah.
I need help to shore it up.
Well, you're going to need a couple of 4x4s. So you're going to want to get a truck so you can pick those up, because they're very heavy. They're very big.
Sure.
A couple of 4x4s. And also, if the sagging beam is load-bearing, do you know if the sagging beam is load-bearing?
No.
Okay.
I also need help with my bathtub and shower. I cracked the bathtub. I got used because I was taking a bucket bath because my generator's down, and the guy that can fix it is too busy working to come down and fix it.
Okay.
I need a lot of physical help around my place.
Okay, well, let's try and focus on one issue at a time. Like, for example, your sagging beam.
But that's not really enough.
Well, it's a radio show. I can't fix it all in one show.
It just seems like the devil is attacking me.
Okay.
Because we try to speak the truth.
Yeah. Well, you can fix your beams with...
I just need help.
You want help?
Help. And if you can help me, please, just help me.
She's calling for help.
Well, I've got help, and it comes in the form of 2 vertical supports, 2 vertical support posts, one underneath each beam on either side of your beam that is sagging, okay, honey?
I just need help. I need so much help.
Yeah.
Right.
And I can't do it alone. I'm so sick, it's pathetic.
Yeah. You can use a hydraulic jack to jack that up if it's sagging down too far.
I mean, physically, I'm not in good shape.
Well, the jack does the work.
I need the community to pitch in and help.
Okay, well, after you get those vertical supports in, you go ahead and give me a call back, okay?
If I can get through.
Yeah, and we'll move on to the next step.
I need physical help.
Yeah.
Right.
With 7 cats and 4 or 5 ferals that come around that I feed.
Imagine that, Roger. She's got cats, too.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed.
Sounds like she's got her hands full over there.
I have a little girl here. Her name is Monique, black and white feline daughter.
Oh, look what you did, Roger.
And after I got her
Don't get him going.
spayed,
I see.
which all my cats are spayed and neutered, my
Right.
domestic cats.
Right.
Thank God for the Humane Society and their tape coupons, okay?
Yeah.
She got too big to crawl into the box springs to hide from the thunder and lightning.
Okay.
Oh,
So now she hides in my bedclothes.
oh, good. Oh, goodness.
And she whines and cries and screeches.
I've got a black and white tuxedo male, Caesar, and what he likes to do is he likes to nap on a folded pair of jeans. lying on the floor.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good. We're going to have to get going, honey.
I love you guys, and thank you for being there because it would be so lonely here. I need a lot of physical help. I don't have any family. I was never adopted. Just please, I need help, people.
Okay, well, you get those vertical supports up, okay?
Please help me. I need physical help.
Yeah.
My house is falling apart.
Okay, thanks for calling.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
I need physical help.
Yeah, we love you too. Bye now.
Help.
Okay, yeah. Roger, I'm concerned that people are not getting the point of the show. Well, we called the show...
Ask Mr. Biggs. Ask Mr. Biggs.
Ask Mr. Biggs, which is, people call up, they ask questions, and I give them advice on how, home repair, affairs of the heart.
Right. Well,
repair.
She was asking.
I try to encourage people to do it themselves. Right. It's the DIY movement, Roger. DIY. Do it yourself, which is one word, so it only needs the Y.
Right, do it yourself.
Yeah, I want to teach people to do it personally. There's a kind of respect that you have for yourself after you've completed a task, all on your lonesome. Do it personally, without any help from technicians.
And that's where you come in. You just kind of give them that head start.
I want people to do it personally.
Right. Do
it personally. Okay. Sans helpers.
Okay.
/ technicians.
Do it personally. Sans helpers.
/ technicians. It's an acronym.
Right. You're trying to create your own.
Do it personally. Sans helpers or technicians.
Sans with an
Sans.
H.
It means without. That's a fancy way of saying without any.
Right. Dipsh.
So people, what?
Dipsh.
Dipshit. What?
Help, I need somebody. Help, not just anybody. Help, I need someone. Help me.
Let us take a sampling of America's houses. While few of us may ever get the opportunity of designing and living in our dream house, we can improve the house in which we live. We can protect our houses by paint and make them nicer to look at. We can take steps to make our houses safe. Modern materials, sensible design, and many pleasing refinements.
Help in any way.
Line 3, standing by.
Mono says we've got to get to the next call real quickly. We've got somebody that needs to talk to us.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Is that correct? Do we have somebody on the line?
Hello there.
Hello.
What's up?
I am a long-term listener. I've been listening since I started the show.
Yeah.
And I've listened to you, and you've done such a fabulous job with the listeners. You really, really are the best.
Thank you very much. We aim to please. So, what's on your mind?
Well, what I'm calling about is the lotteries and numbers that will follow in a row.
Wait. Are you talking about scratches or the power spin, or which one?
It's that Powerball lottery thing that everyone plays.
Oh,
and there's 29 states, or is it 30 states that are all involved?
Oh, yeah. You mean the one on the TV with the guy in that thing?
Yes.
They got a live studio audience.
Right.
Don't they do that up in Pittsburgh or Cleveland? It's one of them cities in Iowa.
I think they do it from some place. They held a drawing, and they draw the numbers, and the guy, and he they turn the machines on.
Yeah. The guy stands in front of this big glass bowl with all those, what do you call those things, Roger?
What are
those things?
The balls?
What?
They look like ping pong balls, maybe.
They're little balls, and they have a different machine than any other lottery, where a shaft goes down into the machine, and it comes up and brings the number up, and then it goes into the slot.
Yeah, that's right. They got ping pong balls that jumping around in this big glass thing, and then they get sucked up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, too, they'll do things
and the
like,
balls have numbers on them, too. It's like 1 to 13.
It goes from 1 to 55.
55.
Right, 1 to 55. I watch that every Friday night.
Yeah, it happens on Wednesdays
and Saturdays.
Saturdays.
Yeah, Wednesdays and Saturdays. It's Roger, it's very exciting to watch.
It's good. I enjoy it.
Eventually, it reaches a point where there's only so many number combinations, and someone does win.
Yeah, it's usually like a huge amount of money, too. It's like $100 million, isn't it? Something like that?
$179 million now.
Wow, that is some serious scratch.
Yes.
It reminds me of that movie. What's the name of that movie, Roger? That movie? The one with the Mountie? He goes in for a cup of coffee. What was that?
That's not ringing a...
what was the name of that?
Mountie?
The month of April, the Powerball drawing, 11 came out on April 12th.
Yeah.
Which was drawing. And in the very next drawing, let's say 55 come up.
55.
29 and 54.
Wait. You mean all these are numbers that came up on the Powerball back in April, you said?
Yes.
And you wrote all those numbers down?
Yes.
Do you make a habit out of doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Because it sounds like something you would do, Roger.
What's that?
Writing all the numbers down. You're obsessive about numbers. You're always writing down numbers, especially phone numbers.
Well, yeah.
Always writing them down.
I have to write
scraps of paper.
Yeah, right, on stickies and whatnot. If I don't write the phone numbers down, I'll forget the phone number. But the Powerball numbers, they usually put those in the paper, so I just I don't write them down.
And just lately, the drawing, there was 17 came out, and before that drawing, the number 55 came out.
I see.
Super.
20, 21, 22.
Yeah, all kinds of numbers.
17 came out.
Right, but...
and 5.
Yeah, right. All kinds of stuff and numbers for the drawings.
Yes.
I'm just curious. You're telling us all these numbers, but I mean, maybe I missed the point. What's up with all the numbers?
because it's like each time, I'm pretty good at picking them. I've won a few dollars. And wait. You mean you got a system going on? Yeah.
Okay, now you're talking. Wow. Yeah. Tell us how it works, your system.
Well, a lot of times, a friend of mine has a 12-year-old little girl, and she keeps a book on this, and she plays them, and she wins some few dollars here and there. But she
Nicolas Cage.
has drawn a pattern.
Nicolas Cage, Roger. Nicolas Cage was in that movie.
The movie, the Mountie movie? The movie?
Yeah, the one where he's a Mountie and he wins a bingo game and it's got a big jackpot and he ends up sharing it with
do you mean the one where Nicolas Cage is a cop and he wins the
he's got like the hat on.
Right, he's a cop and he wins the scratcher.
I hate it when you got something on the tip of your brain. You know, it's like it's right there.
Well, it's
like the name of that movie. It's right there on the tip of my brain, and I cannot, for the life of me, remember.
Is it the one though where he plays the cop and he leaves the ticket for a tip with the waitress, Bridget Fonda?
What was the name of the movie though?
I don't know, and I know movies pretty well.
He goes in. He was gonna. Right. He tries to skip out on the bill, right?
No. I think what it was is he didn't have enough. He didn't have enough money for the bill. He wanted to leave his.
He tried to skip out on the bill, and he ends up sharing the big lotto scratcher.
Right, with the waitress.
What's the name of that movie?
What movie?
What is that movie? I can't.
I'm not going to be able to continue until we figure this out.
No, I'll get it. Just give me
all I remember is there was this little tiny Cuban girl. She gets new boobies. That much I remember.
Fiddlesticks.
I think the point is they could have some way. We live in a high-tech age. When you take into consideration how many states are playing this, you're talking hundreds of millions, billions of dollars.
Yeah, like what Nicolas Cage won in that movie. You know, that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the thing is, like I said, it's a...
Honeymoon in Vegas. That's what it was. Honeymoon in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes in, and he skips out on the bill, but he's a cop, right? So instead of skipping out on the bill...
Honeymoon in Vegas, I think,
is
different...
he gets drunk, and he goes to Las Vegas to hide. He's on the lam from the cops.
You're thinking of Leaving Las Vegas, which is Nicolas Cage. I think the name of the movie is It Happened One Day. It happened to...
What was the name?
So I invite your listening audience to get a list of the numbers and just take a magic marker and just draw from line to line to line. Or in the last big drawing, some numbers like the number 55 came out.
Yeah.
And
okay.
35.
Okay, hey, listen, do you ever think that instead of marking up all them scraps of paper with your magic markers, have you ever considered using like your computer and put all the numbers down in the computer, and then you can use one of those, what do they call those things?
So you can use spreadsheet. Put them in a spreadsheet.
Yeah, spreadsheet.
Right.
Oh, no.
Why not?
Well,
because it would be easier than what you're doing if you used your computer.
I don't have a computer.
Oh my! Hey, that's horrible.
The rules.
We're living in the computer age, and you don't got a computer. You should get a computer. Computers are very, very important these days. You can't do anything without computers.
In the computer age.
Yeah, it's the computer age. You know the computer age, right?
Yes.
Great. So you run on down to Computer Shack, and you pick up a nice one, and you call us back after you get all your numbers typed into your computer.
Well, I believe you see a pattern here. Some numbers being used, like 35.
Yeah. Okay, Chief, you go ahead and get your computers, and you run your numbers in it, and you call us back with what you find. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got lots of good deals on computers over at the Computer Shack, and
everybody should have a computer these days.
And speaking of computers,
how can you send us an email at gmail.com if you don't have a computer?
Right. And
you can't do it, Roger. You can't do it.
And speaking of computers, Chuck, you noticed, brought in his laptop, and he showed me. I've got it right here on the screen. This is the synopsis of the movie that you're talking about.
Wikipedia?
No, this is from Netflix.
You should have checked Wikipedia.com.
Here it is, right here. A coffee shop waitress, Bridget Fonda, gets a life-changing tip when a New York cop, Nicolas Cage, comes up short on pocket change. An honest man, he promises her half of his winnings from an unplayed lottery ticket.
Honeymoon in Vegas.
And she accepts, but when he discovers he's won a $4 million jackpot, his money-hungry wife, Rosie Perez, wants it all, and she's furious with his plans to share the wealth.
That's the one. That's the movie. That's it. Honeymoon in Vegas.
It could happen to you.
Well, not if you don't play. That's for sure. I don't play. You know what I call the lotto, Roger? You know what I call that? The idiot's tax. I call it the idiot's tax. Because you don't got to pay the tax if you don't play.
Right.
I call it the idiot's tax.
Computers. Computers have become a highly important part of the modern world and are expected to become even more important in the future. Modern electronic digital computers are made up of units. Each unit does a particular job. The input unit reads information, called data, that is fed into the computer. This data may be mathematical calculations. A set of computer instructions is called a program. A program tells a computer how to use the data that is being fed into it. For example, the symbols 1100 0010 0001 00 mean the letter A. The symbols 1100 0001 111100 0001 0011 0010 mean the letter B, and so on. The number code, or collection of bits, is recorded with electronic signals, which the computer counts. The part of the computer that does this counting is called the arithmetic logic unit. The arithmetic logic unit takes data from the storage unit called the memory. Then, it produces information in electronic sounds that imitate the human voice.
Well, there's drive. That's all. There's assets.
Computers are unquestionably a major technological achievement of the 20th century.
Hey, Roger, do me a favor. Call my cell. Call my cell phone. You got my number, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Call my cell phone. Remind me to put Honeymoon in Vegas.
Speed dial.
Put Honeymoon in Vegas on my Quee.
You mean, okay.
Yeah, just
All
call
right.
my cell phone.
Have a little reminder for you so you don't forget.
Yeah, just
Right.
a little reminder.
Okay. As soon as we wrap things up here, I'll,
No. I want you to do it right now, Roger, because I'm afraid I'm going to forget. I want you to just call my cell.
Right? No, you won't. You won't
Go
forget.
ahead, call my cell.
I'll remember.
No, I want you to do it now. Do it now, Roger.
All right, let me get it out of my bag.
Just dial up. Leave me a voicemail.
All right. Mr. Biggs, okay. And dialing.
Okay. Wait, hold on a second. Let me get this. Hey, it's Biggs.
Hi, it's Roger.
Roger.
Roger calling.
Roger.
Hi.
Leave me a voicemail message on my cell phone.
Right. Okay. So just hang up, and I'll call again, and this time just let voicemail pick up.
Where?
On the phone.
Oh yeah.
Hang up, and I'll call it back.
Just leave me a message.
I'm just redial. Should you redial? Just hit this. Okay, it's dialing again. And it's ringing.
Banana phone. Banana phone.
And then. Okay, I'll just. Is it's still ringing. Is voicemail activated? Is it?
Yeah, just wait for the tone. Wait for the tone.
You've got a long.
On the phone.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Biggs. This is Roger
Leave
calling.
me a voicemail, Roger. Just
hello, Mr. Biggs.
Honeymoon in Vegas.
Right. Mr. Biggs, this is Roger calling.
Yeah.
Right here in the studio to remind you to put Honeymoon in Vegas on your Netflix queue.
Yeah.
And it could happen to you.
Well, no.
And
Honeymoon in Vegas.
yeah, I got that. Honeymoon in Vegas, and it could happen to you. Nicolas Cage movies. And why not Leaving Las Vegas as well? Put those on your Netflix queue, and that's pretty much it. We'll
say over and out at the end, so I know that you're done.
We'll talk to you soon. And
over and out.
Over and out. Over and out.
There you go.
Just hang up.
Thanks.
There you go.
I appreciate it, because this way I will have a reminder.
Right. You've got that right there, so you've got it right on your phone. Yeah. Which you when you get home,
Wait, hold on a second. Let me get this.
Got
a voicemail.
Right, that's gonna be That's just probably the one I just
gotta type in my code. 1111.
You have one unheard message.
I think that's.
Hold on a second.
That's probably the
I think this is you, Roger. This is you. It is you. Right. Listen to you there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay. Hey, yeah. Wait, hold on. The message is almost done.
Mr. Biggs doesn't realize that this is all on the air.
Okay. Hey, Roger, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Do the thing. Do the thing for me.
You want me to leave another?
No, not that. I want you to do the whiz bangs thing.
Oh, yeah, whiz bangs.
Do whiz bangs.
Corner of Phillips and Mountain. Once again, it's the Ask Mr. Biggs program. Brought to you by Ask Mr. Biggs. Once again, brought to you by Whiz Bangs. Corner of Phillips and Mountain downtown, where the fun never ends and the party's never ending.
Hey, come on out to Whiz Bangs this Thursday night.
Okay.
Starting at 9 o'clock. Doors open at 9, people. Come on in. And we're going to have dollar shots this Thursday night.
Super.
So come on down, only $2.50 for dollar shots at Whiz Bangs this Thursday night. Then you do the thing.
Is Whiz Bangs at the corner of Phillips and Mountain downtown, where the fun never ends and the parties never ending.
Okay.
Now, I'm just. Is this like a special kind of dollar shot? Is it like?
It's dollar shots. You know what dollar shots, Roger? We're gonna have those Thursday night.
Right.
Dollar shots. People love dollar shots. You say dollar shots, and people come running.
They do.
They come. They love them.
They do.
Some people order more than one. Some people order two.
Right, because they're only $1 a piece.
$2.50 for each. $2.50.
Dollar.
There's $1 in there. Then there's another $1, and then another part of $1.
$2 shots is what you're talking about.
They're called dollar shots. You call them dollar shots in
what
print.
What about them? What makes them a dollar shot then? It's
the amount of alcohol that we put in a shot glass for the shots that we sell for $1.
$1. I guess I'm stuck on the idea that if it's a dollar shot, then and it costs $2.50, then
what?
So what about it makes it a dollar shot?
That's how much we sell them for, Roger. We sell them for $1.
Okay, so that's what I thought. So you've got it.
But this Thursday night we're selling them for $2.50.
The dollar shots are
$2.50 at Whiz Bangs.
Peace.
Corner of Phillips and Mountain.
Downtown, where the fun never ends.
Fun never ends and the party's never ending. Dress to impress. Dress code strictly enforced.
Maybe you could add that as part of the slogan, home of the $2.50 shot.
Well, it's not my idea. I mean, I stole it. I can't really say it's home of it.
Okay, well.
I stole the idea. It's not my idea.
The Thursday night $2.50.
I don't have to give credit, do I? I don't think I do.
I don't think that anyone can really.
It sounded like such a good idea when I heard it. I thought I've got to give it a try, just to see.
Well, you'll find out. You'll find out Thursday night.
And then next Monday we're gonna do $8, $5 margaritas. Sweet.
At Whiz Bangs.
It's genius.
Whiz Bangs.
Corner of Phillips and Mountain
downtown, where the fun never ends and the parties never ending.
Yeah.
Is a caller there?
Yeah.
Great. What can we do for you?
Hey, listen. Let me just tell you a story about my nephew. He's 21 years old. He got married to another 21-year-old girl.
Wait. We usually don't take stories. Armando, no stories on the show. This is not Tell Mr. Biggs a Story. Okay?
I thought he had a question.
It's Ask Mr. Biggs. If you got a question, you can call up with that.
Since he got through, we'll go ahead and find out what he's got to say, and
okay,
we'll just lay down the law from this point forward.
This time only.
This is a one-time deal. From this point forward, after this call, it'll just be questions. But this guy's got a story, so we'll hear what he's got to say.
Okay, check this out.
But we usually don't take stories on the show.
My nephew, he got married to another 21-year-old girl. They were sitting together playing a stupid Nintendo game. He beats her at the game. She gets mad, calls the cops. They take him to jail.
They took him because he won a TV game?
That's right.
They can't do that, can they? There's no law against winning, is there?
What the law is when somebody calls and says they've been beaten playing a stupid Nintendo game, the other person has to go to jail.
The guy who won.
I mean, they just take you right there and then.
And the guy who lost the game gets to stay home.
That's right. Okay, check this out.
Is your cousin still in jail?
He pleaded no contest. He had to plead no contest because, check this out, he beats her in a stupid Nintendo game.
Wait. When did this happen?
This happened 5 months ago.
It sounds fishy to me.
Exactly. You're absolutely.
I don't think that they send people to jail just for that.
They do.
It sounds to me like maybe it's one of those laws that's technically on the books, but isn't ever really enforced unless somebody really complains.
Well, if it's a law, it's on the books, Roger.
Right. There are a lot of kind of goofy laws on the books, like wearing orange sweaters on Christmas Day or something like that are actual laws, but nobody really enforces them unless somebody looks it up and complains.
That's right.
Right. Is that maybe that's what this law is?
Exactly.
I don't play video games, Roger. This is just one of the myriad of reasons not to play them.
People become addicted to these games. There's a high risk of repetitive motion disorders.
You know something about that, right, Roger? Repetitive motion.
No, I don't play that.
Anyway, the marriage has been annulled because all the uncles got together, went down to that kid and said, you're going to divorce this stupid shit because we're not going through this anymore.
Yeah, gamers in general, I find, are a bunch of dorks. They just, as a group of people, they're antisocial, and they're not the kind of people you want to hang out with.
They don't get a lot of exercise activities outdoor.
Yeah, they're always drinking their energy drinks, and they're inside in front of their plasma TVs with their Xbox 3s and
the joysticks and they're always
pressing the buttons with their hands.
Pale.
You're gonna end up with palsy paw if you keep that up.
Palsy paw?
Palsy paw.
I don't know that.
When you do something with your hand too much and you end up crippling your hand, they call it palsy paw.
That sounds like what they nowadays call carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Right.
Palsy paw.
Palsy paw?
You never heard of that?
No,
that's what they used to call it back in the olden days when the ladies would be churning the butter, and they would churn too much. And when you churn too much butter, Roger,
right,
you run the risk.
I suppose so.
Of getting the palsy paw.
Palsy paw.
Don't churn your butter too much. Whatever you do.
That would be a repetitive motion. Similar to
you know what I mean, right?
Typing and using your mouse and that sort of thing. That would be
those are some things. But there's other things. Just be careful.
I usually do the exercises, the stretching and the for the forearm, pulling it back like that, and
you do that on your own time, Captain.
I think actually I just thought of this. Another law that probably pertains to this sort of thing is sodomy. Is something that's is
what? What are you talking about?
Sodomy
People
is one
playing
of those,
games, Roger.
Sodomy is one of those activities that is technically illegal in a lot of states and counties, but since it's kind of tough to enforce, which I'm guessing maybe beating a nephew or a wife or something on a video game.
It's like sodomy. Is that what you mean?
No. I'm just saying it's one of those.
Having sodomy with your nephew.
I'm just saying it's one of those things that you can't really, you wouldn't really want to turn somebody in for it.
You're in for a lot worse than palsy paw, Roger.
It's
a lot worse.
We'll just drop it and Whiz Bangs, corner of Phillips and Mountain downtown.
Yeah, we should move on.
Where the fun never ends.
The party's never ending. What kind?
Feel kind of flush right now. I shouldn't have.
Boy, you're a peculiar shade.
Got a little.
I'd call you Plum. You are Plum. You're shaking your leg. You're all nervous. Look at you, Mr. Nervous.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I just realized that I started talking about sodomy right on
Roger!
Right on the radio.
Moving on.
Oh boy. Okay.
Shake it off. Corner of Phillips and Mountain, downtown.
Downtown. Phillips and Mountain, downtown, where the fun never ends and the party's never ending. I almost said it again.
Roger, what are we going to do with you?
I almost said,
we go a couple of weeks.
The sodomy is never
yeah,
ending.
I know what you were trying to say. Don't say that.
From the top. Whizbanks, corner of Phillips and Mountain, downtown, where the fun never ends and the party's never ending.
Well, you looked good today, Roger. But
Thank
small
you.
consolation on radio when you've got your brain in such an odd place. Talking about such things. You looked good, but you didn't do so good.
I just had that one of those moments where I thought of a good example that fit the description of what we were talking about.
A good example that fit very well.
And
I'm sure you did.
But it didn't occur to me until it was too late that it
doesn't fit. God didn't mean for it to fit, Roger.
It was probably something that shouldn't be mentioned on air. But once it came out, it was out.
Address your complaints to bigscast@gmail.com. Right. Not to me. Don't send them to me. Send them to Bigscast.
Any and all. Actually, we always welcome emails of any shape, size, and format. Bigscast with 2 G's. Bigscast@gmail.com.
I'm going to have a lot of explaining to do at the Toastmasters meeting later on this evening. A lot of explaining, Roger.
Send along my apologies.
Ballsy paw.
To the Toastmasters.
Happy ending.
It's an acronym.